Hi guys, I'm Chanel Kisa, your host of Ladies Room Millennials, and you're watching the Ladies Room Millennials YouTube channel, so thank you for tuning into this video. I wanted to do a video that displayed what are millennials, basically the age group that millennials are in, just to kind of define that for the viewers. And I also wanted to give a couple facts that a lot of the statistics that have been brought around millennials and what they're actually saying about us, positively and negatively. So let's just jump right into it. So Ladies from Millennials have defined millennials as an age bracket between 19 and 35. So that means that you had to be born between the 1980s, early in the 1980s, all the way to the early 2000s, you know? So according to different websites and stuff, millennials have been defined a little bit differently. They've defined millennials between 18 to 34. They define millennials being born in 1980 all the way to the mid-2000s. So that means if you were born in 1980, you'll be 38 right now, and they're just basically saying that. I believe that millennials, the age bracket was probably defined based on the technology boom that was being brought around and how we grew up with using technology and our access to technology, whether it is computers, cell phones, and just other like technology systems that we use. So that defines what a millennial is. So millennials are between the age group of 19 to 35. So those are the women that we're going to be pulling on to the show within that age bracket. But they must be high achieving professionals, just working women in the world. So let's talk about some of the facts that I've gathered. So according to inc.com, they have put together this article, and it's like 20 interesting and surprising facts about millennials. So I'll just pull a couple from. Millennials carry a total of 1 trillion in student debt. 1 trillion, that's a lot. I believe that the reason why the student debt is actually so high is because we're actually seeking like high achieving degrees, whether it's like we're not just going for a bachelor's degree, we're actually going for a master's degree, or even a more professional degree than that, like a PhD. Are we seeking more than one degree at a time, you know? Because just having a bachelor's degree is just not enough, and sometimes not even just having a bachelor's and a master's is not enough as well. So I think that that's something that probably we as millennials, we can probably just work on, seeing ways that we can fight to, you know, get the forgiveness policy when it comes to like student debt, as well as deferment and other things that could be around that, so we are not so much in debt with student debt, because that's one debt that doesn't roll off. That's one debt that you must pay. So let's just go on to the next thing. 74% of millennials want a flexible work schedule. So I can agree with that. I think that, you know, we're not all going into like these corporate jobs, these 9-to-5 jobs, because we want more flexibility to be entrepreneurs and just to create our own thing or be a part of like startups and stuff like that. So I think that's the reason why the number is actually extremely high when it comes to not wanting a flexible work schedule, because we're so indulged in working on our own thing, and I can really appreciate that. 40% of millennials think that blogging about workspace issues is acceptable, compared to 28% of bloomers. So I think that the reason why that is because social media has been like a big thing. So there's things like Yelp, where you have an experience when you go out to a restaurant or when you go out to like a public place, and you're able to like write reviews on it. Or if you buy a product, you're able to write reviews on it. So because you're able to write reviews on so many things, I think that people, especially millennials, we feel like it's okay to say, all right, we love this job or we really don't like this job. So when other people of our age group may read it, or other people outside of our age group may read it, they can know what they're kind of getting into, if that job may be good for them based off of another person's review or remark. So let's go on to the next. 54% either want to start a business or already have one. So I started a business. I started a business in 2014, and I'm most proud of it. Like, it's been my baby, it's still my baby, but I'm giving my business wings to actually fly, and I'm happy that I've been able to involve so many other creators to be a part of this. So for anyone else that's thinking about starting a business, or for anyone that has started a business that are millennials, I am so proud of you too. So let's see what else I can find that I want to highlight on here. Let's see. Millennials value community, family, and creativity in their work. I can appreciate that, because one thing that I have heard about millennials is that we're very selfish, we're narcissistic, and all of that. And I feel like by having an article written about millennials saying that we care about community, family, and creativity, I think that's so true when it comes to us. We're just individuals that want to be creators in this world, influence the world, and see greater things develop in this world. So that's the reason why I feel like we may have the stereotype as probably being selfish or narcissistic, but I do believe that millennials as a whole, we do value community, we do value family, we do value creativity, because these are all the things that we're incorporating to actually be out there to influence the next generation, or our own generation, or the generation that's before us, with our next new product, our next new invention. So I hope you guys like the 5 fun facts. Did I do 5? I just did a couple fun facts. I hope you like the fun facts that I brought up about millennials. I hope you also appreciate me defining what a millennial is. So stay tuned. We have Ladies Room Millennials that's going to be dropping soon. February, can't tell you the date, but the date is actually coming. So February 2008 is when Ladies Room Millennials is going to be dropping. We have been working so extremely hard on this. So this week we have tackled some of the things that we've been waiting to take charge on, and that could be actually getting all of our guest hosts together. So we're bringing you some amazing women, as well as our production team, and just getting together as a unit just to bring some creative things. So I hope you guys stay tuned. Make sure you like this video, comment below anything that you want to hear from me. Comment and let me know how you like the fun facts, and say, you know, I feel like these are true, these are not true. You know, let me know your thoughts, as well as, and most importantly, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can see more of what Ladies Room Millennials has to bring. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Chanel Kisa, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.